We got a question from Wilcox, who asks, "Hey Baron, I'm a mouse and keyboard user. I know there are a lot of gaming mice on the market, but are they really necessary? If so, are there any mice that have features well suited to Star Citizen?" Yes! So I'm not a mouse and keyboard user for flight. I use the HOTAS, but FPS is coming around the corner. The FPS module is going to be out soon, and it's going to be very important to have a good gaming mouse. Gaming mice exist for a reason. Normally, they have extra features on them, extra buttons, and they normally have a higher resolution so that you can be more accurate, a little bit more precise. What you want specifically for Star Citizen. Now, extra buttons, that's everywhere. There's tons of different mice. You don't really need to go overboard. But what you really want for Star Citizen is a mouse with variable DPI settings. So the DPI is the resolution of the mouse. Whatever level that is, the higher it is, the more precise you can get. But some mice will have a button on the top or on the side that you can press that will change your DPI settings on the fly. Now, effectively, what that means is you can change the sensitivity of your mouse on the fly. Now, for flying, that's very good. That's a good feature, because if you're switching between an M50, say, or you're switching between any other race ship, and you're switching between something very slow, like an Aurora or a Hornet or anything else, you may not want to adjust your flying, mouse sensitivity every time you go in there. But that can be a helpful feature. So all you do is click a buttons, and you have a little bit more stability, almost like you're engaging comm stab, right, over your ship if you're in the M50. Similarly, in FPS modes, if you're using, say, an SMG, you're going to want a different mouse sensitivity than if you're using a sniper rifle. You may want to steady things up a bit, lower the DPI, or do whatever you want to do to get that more steady. So you may not turn as fast, but you can really make sure you're precise in your movements. Those are all things you want to consider, all things you want to use. As far as extra buttons, I think 3 extra buttons is probably good if you can find that. Ideally, you can all get those with your thumb, since your thumb normally doesn't do anything on a mouse. You're looking for buttons that your off fingers can utilize, so you don't have to ever take your fingers away from the main action that you're used to. I use a mouse called the Anker 5000 DPI Precision Laser Gaming Mouse. You can get these off of Amazon for pretty cheap. They've even got weights in the bottom that you can add or subtract from the mouse that will make it heavier on the desk or lighter, depending on what your preference is. And it has a cool little star constellation pattern on the top. So it looks right for Star Citizen. It's a good mouse. You can get those pretty cheap off Amazon, and they're just as good as anything else you're going to get. But you can go all the way up to the really super high-end $100 Razer mice if you want to be ridiculous like that, but it's not really necessary. So that's my mouse recommendation personally, is the Anker 5000, and whatever you pick, just make sure that you've got a DPI setting that you like, and ideally variable DPI. That's all for now. See you guys later.